hard when they're making it bigger than, you know, they're making it so big now. Even the charges and what they're saying, it's bigger than who I am now. So
what do you think they're doing this for? You were talking in the elevator. What do you think they're doing it for? Why they're doing this to you?
Because, I mean, the way this country is successful is if we have one set of rules and everybody follows them. If anybody gets outside of that set of rules and they're in a public view like I am, you know, it's like detrimental to everybody following the rules if I'm representing, like, to what they think is that I represent lawlessness and the outlaw mentality, and I represent that thug mentality from the street. So they feel like if they can punish me, then it'll punish people who are not as brave as I am, who don't speak out against things like me, who not scared to walk through the streets with no bodyguard. See, they need to put me in jail. These other guys, they don't have to put in jail because they can arrest them on smaller things. They can't arrest me on those small things. They got to frame me. They got to do things like this. They got to have, you know, 30 charges and none of them have to do with me. You know what I'm saying? How can you, if you really, while all these cameras are here, everybody goes something to grow on. How am I going to forcibly do anything to a girl after she did it to me consensually? And that's not something I'm making up. That's what they said. They said that. The girl came to court and said she did this, she did that, she called my hotel, it was good. She said that, not me. Now, why am I going to force her? I mean, this is common sense. But no matter what happens, innocent or guilty, my life is ruined. Because when they say, whatever they say in this verdict, y'all not going to make it front page news. It won't be bigger, no matter what. All that you want to hear is that he's guilty, he's in jail, the reign of terror is over, the outlaw is gone. That's what they want to do. So I'm starting to think I don't know which story to read. I don't know if this is, you know, about, you know, black and white and loud and quiet, or is it about me and this girl? Because if it's about me and this girl, come on, we shouldn't even be here.
Coming down the elevator, you complain.
Something like that up, though.
Why would she make something like that up? Because hell have no fury like a woman scorned. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of a lot of things. I'm guilty probably of being a male chauvinist pig. I'm guilty of probably not caring as much as I should. I'm guilty of not spending enough time with people like I should. But I'm not guilty of rape. Just because I don't want to be with that girl don't mean that she has the right to say that I did all of these things that I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Just because, I mean, of course I can't spend my life with all the girls that I spend time with. But I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? That's not a crime for me to be promiscuous. It's not a crime for me to be with any girl I want to be with. It's a crime for that girl to turn that into a rape charge.
But don't you think the circumstances here? Yeah, don't you think the circumstances here that is what one discussed? She wasn't prepared, she says, for what happened to her, and it wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, so she wasn't prepared for what happened to her. Where are those people that did this? They were all in the same hotel as me. They were all right in the same room with me. Why am I the only one in court right now? Why is the cameras all on me? And in the report, and all these charges, I didn't do nothing. I'm charged with being in concert with some guys. Well, where they at? Why me? Because I'm no, I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at the system. I don't want nobody else to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be the scapegoat. I want to be, only way I've been practicing my whole life to live my life is to be responsible for what I do. I don't know how to be responsible for what every black male did. I don't know. Yes, I am going to say that I'm a thug. That's because I came from the gutter and I'm still here. I'm not saying I'm a thug because I want to rob you and rape people and things. I'm a businessman. I mean, you know I'm a businessman because you find me at my places of business. You don't find me up in you know what I'm saying? I don't understand this. I don't understand this.
What do you think about the jury? You talked about the jury. You talked about the jury.
They look at this trial and they say, you know, here's a rap star, here's an actor. What kind of sex is he engaged in? This isn't safe sex. What do you say to that?
But it is safe sex because in the trial, in the transcripts, if y'all dig deep and be reporters, you'll find out I wore a condom. It was her who sodomized me. It wasn't me who went down in the dance club and ate her out. It was her in the dance club who had oral sex with me. She should be charged, not me. They're making like I'm some big gruesome animal, a sex animal, which is
your charge involves the so-called gangbang in the hotel.
No, it doesn't. It does not. But if you listen right in there, none of these charges of this gangbang, none of this gangbang stuff came out in the trial. She says people was rubbing her ass, grabbing her ass. Where are these people? Where are these people? No, she said it's an attempted sodomy. What is an attempted sodomy? If there was sodomy,
second count.
If there was sodomy, okay. If there was sodomy, why when she went to the doctor wasn't there any forceful entry? Why wasn't her anal? Why wasn't anything? Why didn't they find any of my sperm on the thing? If she's why wasn't any of my sperm?
Because in some states means oral sex. It's one of the states means oral sex.
Why didn't they find the condom?
You just said.
Why did they find
you wearing a condom?
on the night we had consensual sex? Before that. Come on, follow me.
Let me ask you this about the guns. What do you think? Tupac, are you sure? What about the guns?
That's the other thing that you're...
No, it's not my liking for guns. What about the NRA? We all have a right to bear arms. I have that same right as you do. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I shouldn't have a gun. I have a legally own guns. I legally own guns. Why would I come to New York and be unlawfully owning 2 guns? Who has 2 guns? Who carries 2 illegal guns?
Tupac, you were
and mind you, a week before I went to jail with the police. Come on.
What about the jury? You talked in the elevator about the jury and the composition of it. You didn't think they understood you. Tell me about that.
I hope they do, but it's hard for me to believe that a jury full of older, more middle-class women are going to understand where I'm coming from, because y'all barely understand where I'm coming from, and y'all cover murders and shit every day, and y'all treat me like I'm New York's most notorious criminal, and y'all know it's people throwing babies out of windows and putting them in the incinerator. All I do is make raps. All I do is rap and talk loud. My biggest crime is talking loud. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have nothing else besides that.
Right.
Thanks.
Tupac, for sure.
Hey, it beats the black.
I mean, the whole reason I didn't do the spitting and everything is so we can not have this. I appreciate that too. Can you please not block the car? Please, guys. You gonna beat it, baby? You gonna beat it? Hey, yo, dude. Hey, yo, dude.
Bye-bye. Be safe, my brother. Keep your hand up, Tupac.
He said that you know, she didn't.
Wait.
She's a groupie. You were talking about that. What do you think that's all about?
I think she actually probably did go to have sex and things didn't work out the way she expected them, you know, and then she just called rape on him. But I don't think it's fair. I think she should pay for what she done to him.
You think he's being scapegoated? You know, like he's being nailed just because of who he is?
Yeah, probably.
And what you said earlier, what you think? I mean, women like that are going for that. I mean,
they're going for sex. Same thing with Tyson, you know. You're going there for something, you know. People don't hang around you 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They constantly call you. You're going for something, okay? And if things don't work out the way you expect them, why would you call rape? You know, you done it. Just go ahead about your business and leave it like that, right?
Okay. And where are you from? Manhattan or Brooklyn or what?
Queens.
Queens. That was my next guess. And let me get your name and the spelling of your last name.
Lady.
Lady. L-A-D-Y.
Yes. Campbell. Campbell.
Okay. Lady Campbell.